WWJD, The Reckoning Trilogy, Part 1, The Choice. Prologue. Ethan Carter was an ordinary man. A husband, a father, a believer. His days were simple: work, church, family. He had never seen himself as a hero, until the night he was forced to decide. Until the night when everything changed. Chapter 1. The ordinary becomes extraordinary. The hum of the fluorescent lights in the convenience store buzzed softly as Ethan checked his phone. It was Latin 9:47 p.m. and he had promised his wife he'd be home sooner. All he needed was a gallon of milk. But as he stood in line behind an elderly man fumbling for change, something felt off. The air was thick. The lone store clerk, a young woman with tired eyes, kept glancing toward the glass doors. Ethan followed her gaze. That's when he saw it. A hooded figure outside, pacing. His hands clenched and unclenched. His head twitched from side to side. Something was wrong. Ethan felt his pulse quicken. Lord, is this what I think it is? Before he could move, the door slammed open. A man burst in, clad in dark clothing, a ski mask covering his face. In his shaking hand, a gun. Chapter 2. Frozen in fear. Nobody move. The store froze. Ethan felt his heart hammer against his ribs. The elderly man in front of him gasped, stepping back. The young clerk, her hands hovering above the register, went pale. The masked man moved swiftly, raising the gun and pointing it at her. Open the register. Now. His voice was tight, strained, like he was barely holding himself together. The girl swallowed hard. Okay, just a second. Her fingers trembled over the keypad. She entered the wrong code. Twice. The gunman snapped. I said now! Ethan saw the shift in his eyes. Panic. And panic was dangerous. People made bad choices when they panicked. That was when Ethan heard the words in his mind, clear as day. What would Jesus do? Chapter 3. The hardest step. Ethan clenched his fists. He had two choices. Do nothing. Stay still. Hope this ended quickly. Do something. Step in. Risk everything. But how? He had no weapon. No training. No guarantee this man wouldn't shoot him on sight. Yet, in his heart, he knew Jesus wouldn't stay silent. So neither could he. He took a slow, deliberate step forward. Hey, Ethan said. The gunman whipped around. The barrel of the gun now pointed at Ethan's chest. His breath caught, his muscles tensed, but he didn't step back. Hey, Ethan repeated, calmer this time. You don't have to do this. Chapter 4. Words like weapons. The gunman's eyes narrowed. Shut up! Get back! But Ethan didn't. Instead, he lifted his hands slowly, palms open. I know you're scared, Ethan said, voice steady. But you don't have to do this. Shut up! The man barked. His hands shook. Ethan saw it. No. He wasn't some hardened criminal. He was desperate. You don't want to hurt anyone, Ethan said. The gunman hesitated. Then, almost to himself, I need the money. Ethan nodded. I believe you. But this? It's not the way. The young clerk whimpered. The elderly man didn't dare breathe. The gunman's breathing turned ragged. Ethan took another slow step forward. You have a choice, Ethan whispered. Right now. You can stop this before it's too late. For a moment, the gunman just stood there, frozen. Then his grip on the gun loosened. Chapter 5. The breaking point. The gunman let out a shuddering breath. His hands trembled violently. The weight of what he was doing, the path he was on, crashed down on him. And then, in a move that seemed to shock even himself, he dropped the gun. The metal clattered against the tile floor. The store clerk gasped, stumbling back. The elderly man fell to his knees. And the gunman, his chest rising and falling, collapsed onto the ground. Tears welled in his eyes. I didn't know what else to do, he whispered. Ethan knelt beside him. I know, he said softly. And for the first time, the young man sobbed. Chapter 6. The aftermath. The police arrived minutes later. They stormed in, weapons raised, but there was no fight left to be had. The gunman didn't resist. He simply raised his hands and let them take him away. The young clerk was still shaking. The elderly man kept whispering, "Thank God," over and over. And Ethan? He stood there, feeling his heart finally slow. The store manager replayed the security footage in disbelief. "I don't know what you said to him, but you saved lives tonight." The next morning, the story was everywhere. Unarmed man defuses armed robbery without violence. People called him a hero. But Ethan knew the truth. He wasn't a hero. He had just asked himself one question: what would Jesus do? And when the answer came, he listened. Epilogue. A warning. 1 week later, Ethan found a note on his car windshield. His stomach twisted as he unfolded the paper. In bold black ink, only 7 words were written. "You should have stayed out of it." The breath left his lungs. A dark chill settled over him. Somehow he knew this wasn't over. Not by a long shot. To be continued. Press the like link to help our channel out. Thank you for watching. Press the like link to help our channel out. Thank you for watching.